Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here so focused on these charts and stuff. I'm not even paying attention to the fact that I didn't even start the live stream. God, what a freaking idiot I am. I'm like, whoa, hey guys, look at this, look at that. I didn't even look like I hadn't started the live stream. Jesus, what an idiot. Anyways, top of the morning to you. Man, St. Patrick's Day has been lucky for Bob Anderson today, that's for sure. St. Patrick's Day has been lucky. Now I've gotten my head punched in a couple times, but in general, I made quite a bit of money. Oh, of course, people have to text me first thing in the morning. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, I swear to God. Sometimes I just want to scream. The email I sent you didn't disappear. You fucking deleted it. Sorry. Oh, I haven't even looked at GC in a while. But damn. I caught this shit here. Where is it? Let me get rid of this thing. Oh, God, it's the same. God dang it. I keep forgetting. Fucking A. So I caught this NQ out in the box, but I keep forgetting that when I'm using the combined charts, I get the ATM of whatever the last thing I put the ATM at. God dang. No wonder I'm out of the trade. Anyways, because my GC setting, not my NQ, because I took GC this morning. We all saw that. God damn it. I'm freaking, I swear, I hate this. I mean, it's good for all of us because I can change charts real quick, but it sucks when I take a freaking trade. Anyways, I took this straight out of the box in NQ. Turned out to be a $500 trade instead of a $1,000 trade because, I had the wrong settings. I had the wrong settings. Bitch. That's the benefit of that would be the benefit in terms of trading with these charts consolidated into one. That would be the benefit of TradeSaver. I'm sure none of you are trading with the charts consolidated into one like me. I'm just doing it because it's easier for me to deal with showing you guys stuff. Patriot, you catch that long off the overnight open in oil? Did you catch that? Holy shit, that was a nice setup if you did. Oh my God. I had a couple beautiful GC trades this morning. I'll go over those in detail. I had a couple situations in GC where I got chopped up, lost some money. But I'll go over those too. You caught that, Patriot? Good for you, man. It does. The thing is it's like it's the oh shit, man. Hold on a second. I don't have my chart all clean over there because I don't. I'm not trading it. There. When I mean, look at that. Then this candle had an inside candle right here of the break. You know, I mean, this became an inside candle of the break candle. So wham, you could have even been late to the parade. And there's your trade. If you're in it, you're in it. Just protect the bottom of the candles. You still would have been in it. But when that candle consolidated on the break candle, man, that's beautiful. That's like a launching pad. That's like a launching pad. Yeah, I got to quit doing that, lunatic. I really got, because it just cost me maybe $500 to do that, and it's I've done this multiple times where I've got the wrong. You know, I'm just looking at the charts. I'm not glancing over and seeing it. Oh fuck, I got the wrong ATM because I've been trading gold this morning. Is gold dumping? Oh, it is. Jesus. Uh-oh. Well, it tested the overnight open. I wonder if it's going to run up. It tested the overnight open and the prior day close. Here, let me clean up my charts. Oh, shit. God, you just added it and then you deleted it, you dumbass. I'm like half with it today because I'm just, let's see here. Did we test it at all? Oh God, geez, God dang it. Fuck. Okay, this morning I said to myself, God dang it. So let's just talk about gold for just a second, because again, it's about charts. God dang it. Now I'm really pissed. So overnight, this is what gold did. It had all these lines were consolidated. So it came down, through them, back up, boom, rejection, boom, rejection, boom, rejection, boom, rejection. Rolled over, sat on top, boom, rejection, boom, rejection, boom, rejection. Came back through to the bottom, boom, rejection, boom, rejection. Came back up, boom, rejection. I mean, and then came back over, boom, rejection. Crossover retest, boom, rejection. And when it did it here, it went through the lows, came back up, went through the highs. So when this, and then it did some retesting here. So here's the point of my story. Okay, came back through, went through the lows. You see that? I mean, it's just a rinse, wash, repeat. Okay, rinse, wash, repeat. So this morning, when the market opened, it went across these lines and never retested them. So when this box was forming, I kept saying to myself, fuck, they got to come back and retest this to go through the highs. Fast forward. There we are. And I'm not paying attention. God dang it. Because to go up into these areas where they've been, oh, by the way, and then let's just for fun, watch this. So when it crossed over, retested this, and went through the highs, just like it had done all freaking morning long, crossed over, retest, goes through the lows, crossed over, retest, go through the highs. Just like it had done all morning long, it finally went to the prior day high. Ran through the prior day high, crossed over, retested, back to the overnight open. I mean, you can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. So this is like a reset. Once you go below it, and then it blows through it, it needs to test it, in my opinion, to then go to the other side. And that's exactly what it did at 9:55. And I wasn't paying attention. So that's a big potential swing trade right there. I mean, 18 to here. I mean, you're talking, it may get hung up at the open. It may go at the high. It may go through the highs. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to talk about the box trades I took here in gold here in a minute. Excuse me. Still struggling with this cold. God, I'm so frustrated right now because I told myself I don't expect them to go up through here without coming here first. And look at that. Zing, zing, zing. Now they've cleaned out the top of the lines. They can go to the other side. Well, it's a buy gold situation because it's all about patterns. It's all about patterns. And all morning long, I looked at gold when I first turned my charts on. All morning long, it did the same thing. It kept crossing over, retesting, and creating new lows. Crossover, retesting, creating new highs. So it's basically using this zone right here as its pivots. And so when it ran through it, like I said, I back when this box was forming, I was sitting there saying they still haven't tested the top of this range to go here. I was like, that had me a little perplexed on trading, but I stayed with the plan, which was I did take it out of the box and it came back, knocked me out, and I lost $220 or $30. But then I took the short. I had two places to add contracts. I'll go over that in a minute. And then boom, hit here. And my net was like 15, 20 total. Yeah, oil literally did the scenario I'm talking about, that of oil. I mean, of gold. Okay. It's above its prior date. It has to come back. It has to come down here, test this if it's going to go back up through the highs. And it did it. There it is. It did it. I mean, gold and oil are manipulated very similarly. Very similarly, they are manipulated. That's why I'm pretty much convinced that there's volume leaving gold and trading over at oil ever since, the Iran stuff. Because traders that trade oil can trade gold. I mean, it's in gold, and gold traders can trade oil. I mean, it's like the patterns, the rotations, the movements, they're very similar. The main reason I've switched over to gold from oil is because there's more money in the rotations in gold than there is in oil until the war started. Now they've gotten pretty similar. Yeah. We have a funny guy in here who's an RTY trader. But I suggest he and I compare P&Ls at the end of the day. I suggest he and I can trade P&Ls. Well, that's not necessarily true. Oh, you're talking about oil. Yeah. American Patriot. That's right. You're talking about oil. The ES did a rotation. I wasn't even paying attention. So the ES came out of the box, came back in the box, boom, and there's its short. Now it should cross the box now. I mean, I didn't even pay attention to that. You could have had your entry short here, and then walk it down to here. I completely didn't even see that. Now the mid band is holding it up right now, so it's going to need help from the NQ, which the NQ is about to help because the NQ is now inside the box, and it'll hopefully be rejecting itself short too. Oh my God. Man, how many of you were looking at charts yesterday afternoon? How many of you were looking at charts yesterday afternoon? Man, I hit some banger gold trades yesterday afternoon. I even sent a screenshot of one to Jim. Didn't I, Jim? One where I was zing. It was a crossover retest of the 5-minute gold line long, and I was ding, 2 contracts out, shooting to the moon. I said, shit, I got to screenshot that and send it to Jim. It was beautiful yesterday afternoon. It was truly just poetry yesterday afternoon in gold. All right, so this crossover in the ES, this thing's gone dormant over here, so I'm going to pay attention to this. This crossover in the ES is going to need some help to work because it's at the mid-band. Well, that help is going to happen if the NQ will hold the top of the box down. That's where the help is going to come. They're going to start agreeing with each other. Yeah, Patriot, you did get out too early. Holy crap. The thing about that gold trade, Patriot, or that oil trade, that I'm getting more comfortable with is getting in on the right side of a trade and letting it mature a little so that I can add contracts at other spots where I've got profit, to play off of for my stops. And that's exactly how I made as much money as I did on the crossover in gold today. Because the box in oil, why do I keep saying fucking oil? The box in gold was not that big, but it gave me spots to add 2 contracts in its trip back down. And then I was able to freaking hit I think that trade made $1,760 or something like that. Somewhere around there for my net to be 1520, 1530. Excuse me. Jesus. I will tech review. I will. Let's get through this morning right here. I will, when this pattern finally, I want everybody to recognize what I'm talking about. So hopefully this does what we were talking about. They get into agreement, they start rotating. Again, the box trades in general, especially crossing the box, I like them in the commodities less. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Jim. Yeah. I like them in the commodities. I like in the commodities better because they're less manipulated by everything else going on. You know what I mean? They're their own instruments. So if the oil traders want to take oil from here to here, they don't have to worry about anything else. If the gold traders want to take gold from here to here, they don't have to worry about anything else. Unless some Fed chairman starts running their pie hole or something happens in the war. But with these These guys, it's a little more difficult because you need the ES to agree with the NQ. You need the RTY to agree with the, with the YM. You need agreement. So I prefer the trades in the equities. I mean, in the commodities, not the equities. If you'll notice, I'm not taking any of these trades other than I took the one right out of the box. Fighting me, I'm Irish. Yeah. I have probably about 5 pounds of corned beef upstairs to cook. Some 3 heads of big cabbage, potatoes, carrots, all that stuff. I have so much to cook. I put it in a big, huge lobster pot. That's how I cook my corned beef every year, in a lobster pot. Was there one in GC? By golly, there was. Carlos, good for you, man. Good for you. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. And this is interesting how they did this. I mean, it's again, rinse, wash, repeat. So they went down and tested these lines, came up, came down and tested the top of this line. I mean, that's the thing, is like they want to keep testing the spots after they blow through them. They want to keep testing the spots for support and then pushing and pushing. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing comes up, blows through this line, tests the top of it, and then keeps going. I mean, I would not be surprised if that's the ultimate pattern. Let's go back to the NQ and the ES. They are working. It's just slow and methodical. But if you're in this ES trade, you're looking for it to go from here, at least down to here, possibly here. Which here to here is 20 points. And look there it goes. I mean, there it's going. It's just not like my standard trades where we're looking for wham, wham. You know what I mean? It just kind of has to work its way. When I show you my gold trade that I took today, you'll see what I mean. I mean, I had to be patient for the gold to finally break through the levels and then go. And then the last bit, it ran to my target. Good job, Edwin. Dude, I hope you hit a home run here, buddy. I hope you hit a home run here. Come on, ES. Come on. Come on, ES. You're leading the charge, buddy. At least come down to here. Excellent. Excellent, Tom. I'm being very cautious right now. I mean, I've had some losses and some wins, and my total is 2146. So I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I might be good for the day. So right now, the NQ has found support at the prior day high. So this is where the ES is going to get, again, it's going to get squirrely here. That's, if you guys remember, I've said this before, I hate the static lines being inside the box because they become problematic if you're trying to cross the box. You understand what I'm saying? That those static lines can be problematic. So what you really need is the NQ to give up the ghost here for the ES to continue. Come on, ES. Come on, baby. Excuse me. Jesus. Come on. Come on. God dang. It's oh, man. Oh. All right. Come on. Come on. Come on. Edwin needs money. Edwin, I'm rooting for you, buddy. Now, again, freaking NQ is at the mid band. So again, at the same time, we're at the prior day high in ES. So we got some. Oh shit, man! I'd already be out. See, I'd be out right here. Once this hit, I'd be out. But I mean, it's supposed to go to here. I'd already be out. You got it. All right, good, Edwin. Good for you. I would. I'm just a big sissy. You know, the old phrase is this. I don't know if you've heard this phrase before. Don't be a dick for a tick. So, like, if this is your target and this is your target, what and you ran from here, don't let it come back because you were too cheap to try to get this money. Don't be a dick for a tick. There you go, Edwin. Good for you, buddy. Good for you, man. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent, 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 excellent. Yeah, don't be a dick for a tick. Yeah, don't be a dick for a tick. I mean, that. I don't remember who told me that one, but that one has stuck with me. That one has stuck with me for years. It doesn't mean you should cut yourself short of your profits, but if there's things lining up, like for example, the reason I would totally be into that don't be a dick for a tick stuff, when this lined up with this hitting the mid band, yeah, I don't want to be a dick for a tick. I don't want to be a dick for a tick. Yeah, Patriot, I'm gonna throw stuff out. I'm gonna throw stuff if oil goes through if oil continues through all the way to the highs. I'm gonna throw shit. Because it's like, God dang it. I knew it was gonna do that. I'm literally gonna throw shit. I mean, that's like a $5,000 trade. There it is. All right. So it did get here. All right. It finally got here. It did get here. Now, the interesting part is NQ is now through its mid band. So this sucker could continue to drop. That's cool. But anyways, this trade right here, that was it, man. It rotated back inside the box. Boom, boom. There's your entry. I mean, like I said, I would have sissied out right here. You anticipate problems here at the mid band. So, you can get out here and then wait for wait for the break. Because if you'll notice the break, it just, once it finally did, when it broke it, it was gone. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's multiple ways you can manage yourself on that. But I mean, listen, it's a pattern that you should probably, at least have in the back of your mind. Doesn't mean you have to trade it. Just have it in the back of your mind. Understand what's going on. The NQ's taking a long off the red line here. Interesting. Which also happens to be its mid band. So it may blow right through the box now. It may, now that the ES has cleaned out its zone, the NQ may just run through the box. Yeah, the only problem with the NQ red line as a trade for me, Jim, do you want me to tell you? Not Jim in California. I'm not, it's forget the box. Just assume the box doesn't exist. I don't like taking a trade into the bottom of a static line off of a moving average. That is not long for your survival in trading. That is not long for your survival in trading. These static lines, order of operation, static lines are more powerful than the moving average lines. Now, the damn thing may work. Don't get me wrong. I get that. But that prior day high is an extremely powerful line. So powerful that I anticipate, even if it goes up, that it's going to come back, test the top of it, then go long. Because this line is very much respected, just like the prior day low is very much respected. Good for you. Good for you, Bruce. You know what, Bruce? I'm going to tell you something about that tool. It's funny you bring that up. It has made, like, for example, my cross of gold this morning, having that tool made it so easy for me to see. All I had to do was focus on the charts to see where I wanted to add in, and I just pushed that button and I let that tool do everything for me. I know. Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks is my favorite. Mel Brooks is my favorite. I can't say that famous line in the movie because it's so bad. But there's a famous line in the movie about in Blazing Saddles about the Irish. I can't say it because the comment before the part about the Irish is so bad. You passed. Good job, Papa Duke. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you, Papa Duke. Absolutely good for you. Excellent. 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 Shoo. Trying to see if anything's going to set up here. We are definitely in consolidation still. It's just like, here we are. That's the line, KMC. That's a shortened version of the line. That's a shortened version of that line. Thank you. Yes. I love it. And you know what's funny is I'm Irish and I think that line is hysterical. I don't get offended by it. Come on, man. I think it's funny as shit. God damn. What happened to humor in this country? I swear to God. Just absolutely destroyed comedy. Well, some comedians say F that shit and still do it, like Cat Williams. In today's world, Cat Williams says, I don't give a shit what people think about what I say. So I like that. I like the Cat Williams of the worlds. Yes, that Mel Brooks line is absolutely classic. I'm technically Scots-Irish also, Bruce. My dad is Scottish. My mom is Irish. So I'm Scotch-Irish also. I'm so Scotch-Irish that my dad drinks, he still to this day drops a round ball. He makes those round ice balls, drops it in a glass and pours scotch in it. He every day. Every day. Every day. The keys to his longevity, making sure he's got liquor running through his veins. This may be the test that I was talking about right here, if we could get it. Test to the top of the prior day high for a run long. Yeah. What'd you say? Yeah, I'm done trading too, Nadine, at this point for right now. You're Scotch-Irish too? All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm from the Northeast. There's a lot of Scotch-Irish up there. For sure. I don't know, Bruce, if you're from that area or not, but yeah, my mom is Carney, Kearney. Of course, my dad is Anderson, but yeah. The Carneys are infamous horse thieves from South West Ireland. From Southwest Ireland. You were born in St. Louis? Okay. I was born in communist territory. I was born in Connecticut. But I climbed over the wall and escaped in the night. I climbed over the wall and escaped. I said, there's freedom on the other side of that wall. I know there is. Yeah. If I lived in that shithole still, I'd fuck it. God, I would not be nearly as happy of a person as I am. Anytime you think California's bad, go do some research on Connecticut. It's hard to believe that people like Nathan Hale came from Connecticut, and Connecticut is what it is today. Just a travesty. Nathan Hale is a true patriot of America. And then we got this. Man, come on, NQ. Come on, NQ. All right, what are you doing? Now the NQ's pissing me off. Of course, I didn't even realize this. God dang it. See, I'm not paying attention while I'm reading the chats too much. Look at that. So after the ES crossed the box, as we talked about, it rolled up and retested the prior day high. Had an inside candle, and then whoom, there you go. Interesting. I'm going to keep this. Hold on here. So they're busting off the bottom of the box. I still believe in my heart of hearts that the NQ wants to test the top of the prior day high. I just believe that in my heart of hearts until we get, and then if it would just get away from all these zones, then we can start looking at rotations and stuff. Yeah, Thomas. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, you're right, Bruce. I didn't even see that. RTY had a short right to the red line. I didn't even see that. Off the prior day high. Crossed over, retest. We talk about that. Crossover, retest, down. Retested again from a lower high, down again. From a lower high. That's probably a good setup, Carlos. Unless this freaking NQ does what I said it was going to do a long time ago. It might finally be doing it. 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 Which is retesting the prior day high. It's I just can't visualize it going through the high unless it tests the prior day high before. Without news. I mean, we're not sitting here trading there's no news going on. Boy, it's struggling. It didn't test it. It didn't test it. All right. Maybe it'll do it now. Come on. Give me the warm and fuzzy. I need the warm and fuzzy. I need you to test that line. That'll give me the warm and fuzzy. Is that tomorrow, American Patriot? I'll tell you something about trading, guys. One of the things I do not do, but I'm going to do it right now, is I never look at the next day's news. I'm focused on the here and now. But you're correct. Yeah, tomorrow is fairy tale day. Lies and fairy tales. It'd be interesting what kind of lies and fairy tales they come up with, since now there's a war since the last time they had their lies and fairy tales. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, Thomas. Oh, man. Jesus. You still in it, Carlos? You still in it, Carlos? Where's I don't have my there it goes. I'm sorry. I was getting ready. Like I don't even have my order thing on there. There we go. If it pulls back to here, I'm going to take that long. If it pulls back to here, if it pulls back inside and then rotates, I'm not going to run out of the box. I'm not going to run across the box with it because ES moves too slow. If this was gold and it came out that top, I'd go with it. Okay, pull back a little more. Come on, ES, pull back a little more. Pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Come on. Come on. We need some violence. Violence. Let's get some violence here. Violence is good. Jesus. That's violence. Come on. Down. Yeah. No, God damn it. Shit. What a bitch. I want violence. I want a pullback that's violent so I can catch a run to the long side. That's what I'm looking for. Come on. I'm just being very, very picky right now because, you know, I'm up a good chunk of money. I don't want to lose it. It needs violence here. It needs violence. Violence is what you normally get before a rotation to the other side, because that's how they clean out the stops and shit. Need some violence here. Come on. A little bit of violence. There's a lot more violence going on right now in the RTY. Maybe I need to pay attention to that. All right, here we go. It's a little bit of violence. There we go. I need violence first. Violence creates bigger rotations. What the fuck? I'm so sick and tired of Jesus Christ. I'm just. All right, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this. Come on. Let's rotate. Let's rotate. All right. Oh, interesting. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me you're gonna now test the top of the line that you haven't tested yet. Oh, you sneaky dog. All right. This is part of being patient. We're looking for violence before we enter. This could be the violence right here. Come on, man. Keep going. Keep going. Oh my God. Oh my God. Fuck, I'm just so sick and tired of. Come on, NQ. Come back down here. Excuse me. Now, if you'll notice any of these little stupid things going on here, I mean, it's like there's no rotation big enough to risk my money. That's why we need things to swing and pull back. And that's it's not about the quantity of trades, it's about the quality. I say that 50 freaking times a day to myself, even not just to you guys, but to myself. A little bit more ES. I mean, NQ. I would have preferred the ES to get down here and test this freaking line at the same time instead of being in La La Land. Oh, come on. Are you going to rotate now? Fucking A. Just very sloppy. I have no idea why yours is. Mine is literally the 5-minute line. I use a dual chart. Do you have yours changing with price, or do you have it changing on close of the candle also? You got to have it changing with price, not with the close of the candle, because then you're always going to be behind. I'm so freaking pissed right now. I'm so freaking pissed right now. Fuck. I'm so pissed. I've sat here all this time waiting for this. All I needed it to do was clear this zone right here, and I would have been in that long. That's all I needed it to do, was clear out that freaking zone. How many ticks down? 1.25. 1.25. I needed it to clear that freaking zone 1.25. Fuck. I'm just so freaking pissed. A 1.25. and I would have been in that trade. That thing needed to pull back 1.25 and I'd have been in that trade. Fuck. I mean, it's fucking succotash. 1.25, man. In the NQ, 1.25. Come on, man. Too many freaking buyers off that 21 SMA to keep it from getting to that freaking spot. Good for you, Edwin. If I was trading micros, I probably would have done it. I'm just not going to do it with. I mean, I'm just Fuck. All right, so I'm going to look for a 1-minute gold line setup here. If it does the rotation. Now that we've broke this pivot, if we can get a smooth pullback here, I'll look to take it long. I'm just
unknown caller.
I'm sure you're unknown. Well, what do you mean unknown? It says right here your name is spam. You're not unknown. It's spam. Fucking calling me. God damn it. I'm so pissed right now. 1.25 points in freaking NQ, which is a spit in the ocean. I do need a good drink, Papa Duke. I should have had an Irish coffee. That's what I should have had this morning. Hell, I'd be down $5,000 if I was drinking Irish coffees. Sorry, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I am good. For those of you looking at the YM, just a little insight for you here. Okay. Just a little insight for you. It did a crossover retest of the prior to high, which is what I've been freaking asking the NQ to do. See how it tested it and then went down? Now it crossed over and it's looking at the long. That's the pattern over there to pay attention to. So it did what the NQ didn't do. I don't even have my charts on. All right, hold on here. In your Nadine, in your settings. No. You don't want it to be close of the candle. You want it to be price change. You just go in your indicator, whatever one you want. Like, I don't give a shit. EMA. Okay. Down below, it says calculate price change, bar close on each tick. I just happen to use price change, each tick, pretty much the same freaking thing. What you don't want it to do is be at bar close, because then your average is lagging. It's lagging the price action. So you do that with all your moving averages. I do that with my opening range box too, so that my box is forming as price is changing, not when the candles change. If I'm making sense. Everything I do that with. So your YM is battling that long. I took it, and when it went up over $100, my ATM went to break even. It came back and knocked me out, which I wish I hadn't done that, but I was showing my charts, showing how to do price change instead of candle close, because that trade's looking pretty ominous. Okay. Now, if it comes down here and does a double tap, I may take that again. Yeah, I may retake this now. Sorry. Just kind of stressing out here because I fucked up that NQ trade. I'm kind of upset. Sorry about that. I'm still upset about that NQ trade. Look at that thing go. I mean, it just ran off on me. Shit. I'm not going to chase it. Here's my ES. I'm sitting there going, I couldn't even find my ES chart, Thomas. I'm like, what's Thomas talking about? I hope you didn't do a 1 minute gold line trade, Thomas. I don't like those later in the day. It's just in general. And it didn't really, don't really pierce. Anyways, let's see here. What are we doing? Just like nothing has any follow through right now. Nothing has any follow through. Just it's kind of like even rotations, like rotations that we would normally look at. There's just not any money in them. It could be about what Patriot brought up. Tomorrow is fairy tale day. Lies and deception. Lies and deception day. It's very freaking sad that our stock market reacts more to what the Federal Reserve is doing than the profitability of any of these companies. That's a very, 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 very bad sign, because guess what? That's exactly what caused the Great Depression. That is exactly what caused the Great Depression. For those of you that haven't been taught that in school, it's a little economics 101. What caused the Great Depression was the fact that the money flow from the Federal Reserve was driving the stock market, not the profitability of the organizations in the stock market. And guess what happens now? Guess what happens now? Yeah, that's probably where they're going. Right down there in right down there in Manhattan. They're probably all lined up. Man, I could tell you a story. I showed up at a bar one time on St. Patrick's Day in Burlington, Vermont at 7 in the morning, and I didn't leave until 3 the next morning. True story. I didn't leave until 3 the next morning. On St. Patrick's Day. Yep. Oh my God. Yeah. 3 the next morning. Yeah, Edwin, exactly. Yeah, all these guys, and I used to live in Boston. I've done a lot of business in New York City when I was there, stuff like that. I mean, St. Patrick's Day is an event. I mean, it's an event in those areas. By the way, I got. So, what's 3 miles long, green, and has an asshole every 3 feet? What's 3 miles long, green, and has an asshole every 3 feet? See you, Jim. Anybody know the answer? 3 miles long, green, and has an asshole every 3 feet. Come on. Who knows the answer to that one? Well, where's the assholes? By the way, they do the same thing in Savannah, Georgia. A St. Patrick's Day parade. Exactly, Trader Joe. Exactly. A St. Patrick's Day parade. See, I told you, I can make fun of the Irish. It's fun. They don't give a shit. The Irish do not care when you make fun of them. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Let's go over here. I'm sorry. I was going to do this earlier. Okay, let's do this since we're just sitting here. All right. What do I got to do? Oh, I got to turn my strategy off. Hold on. Let me turn my strategy off. All right. So here's my trades for gold this morning. Shit, I completely forgot this. All right. So out of the box, I went straight for it. Okay. And it came back, knocked me out again. I said somewhere in here, I lost like $220, $30, something like that. And then I just took the short break at the bottom of the candle. We went down, and I added another one when we broke the bottom of this candle, because we were running to the mid band. So now I had two contracts, and then we rotated and sat. Let me blow this. Jesus, my mouse is acting up here. Then we sat right here on that mid band. Never gave up the mid band, literally touching right at the bottom of it. And the gold line caught up, and then I added another one there, and we ran right to the bottom. And bam, that was my $1,700 cross the box trade situation. Anyways, that was it. So that was it. I forgot to show you that earlier. Or I was going to show that, and I forgot to. Anyways, So I got lucky. Cross the box. Cross the box. That cross the box trade in gold in the last like 3 weeks has really been very good to me. Has been very good to me. I have but the thing is, the box keeps getting smaller. You got to remember this box right now is only $11. So it's an $1,100 box. So Tech Review. I'm sorry, I almost forgot. If you would have reminded me, I almost forgot to show that. But that rotation has been like today. It was only $1,100 if you went from point to point, which of course I don't recommend that. I mean, holy shit. Wait for a rotation and a break. But anyways, that box keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Maybe tomorrow it'll be a little bigger because FOMC is going to happen tomorrow. I don't know. Well, also, another thing that drives that box to be bigger is like if there's 8:30 news, because you remember the opening range of gold has in the middle of it the 8:30 time frame right here. So if you've got news at 8:30, that'll also make that box bigger a lot of times, just by the reaction of news. Makes your box bigger, makes your rotations from one side to another bigger, that kind of stuff. If I'm making sense. That was a small rotation. This fricker here just pissed me off. I mean, I got hosed right there looking for my last point. I mean, you see the reaction. I mean, that's almost a 50-pointer. Anyways. Yeah, I see that, American Patriot. I'm looking at that. You are 100% correct. It's glued to it, which when it becomes glued to it, it's non-tradable for me anymore. Once it gets glued to the overnight open, F that, man, because now you're just going to be donating money because it has no direction. It has literally no direction anymore. What we're talking about is right here with oil. Oil had a nice rejection, came all the way back to the top of the box. Anyways, it's back down here, and it's just, once it gets, I've said this before, if the market, whatever instrument you're looking at, comes to the overnight open and immediately rejects, that's good news. If it doesn't, then you don't trade it anymore because that's equilibrium. And so right now, oil's just sitting at equilibrium. I mean, the buyers and the sellers don't want to take control. If they don't want to take control, all you're going to do is get caught up in the quagmire and donate money. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it a day. I mean, not to shortchange anybody or anything. I mean, it's just I kind of have some stuff to do. I have to cook my my corned beef and cabbage too. Yeah, that was a great trade, Patriot. Yeah. Okay. So Patriot just announced that his last trade was this, which, I mean, the setup was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it literally drew it up. Just, he went from the bottom of the box back to the overnight open. So you probably caught the break somewhere in here, and then boom, there it is. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. Everybody have a happy St. Patrick's Day. And don't give your money back. The market may be pretty dormant the rest of the day because of FOMC tomorrow. I don't know.